Only guy, what's happening? What's up, bro? Gotta get this camera right. Oh man, I'm just chilling like There we go. Chilling like a villain. You know, it was that time again to it was that time again, man. Oh man, eat me some s'more Pop Tarts. And drinking some coffee. But other than that, we gotta do this new video. You making me wish I had some donuts, bro. All right. Donuts and coffee, protect. You get it. All I got is some s'mores Pop Tarts. Everybody likes donuts and coffee, I think. $11 a.m. It's a good time. Good time to go live. Cookies and milk. Those are good too, bro. You know what I heard? That when you drink milk, it does something in your stomach. It releases some kind of chemical that's similar to heroin, right? I swear I heard that. I'm watching the It 1990s version. Oh man, you know what I wanted to watch? I wanted to watch Cujo. Remember Cujo, bro? Where the dog, um, what's going on? Protect. How you doing? Protect your neck. Patak. Cognizant. That sounds like one of those names that YouTube just gives you if you don't want to choose your own name. You could just pull one out the hat. Yeah, Cujo, man. I seen that movie back in the day. I think that's the one where the dog. Yeah, it's Cujo, bro. I want to watch that, man. That that's a cold Stephen King film right there. It's about the dog that be eating people and shit. The dog is evil. You know what I just watched too the other night? I actually just watched The Fly. Yeah, Stephen King Stephen King. Hey, what's going on, Melanie? How you doing today? Stephen King is. Did you ever hear the story about Stephen King got hit by a truck in his neighborhood when he was walking his dog? I'm all right. Telling the story about when Stephen King got hit by a car. Stephen King got hit by this dude, right? And a week later, the guy passed away. Yep. He didn't get hit hard. He got hit. I think he was out walking his dog through the neighborhood, and this guy that lived in the neighborhood, that he knew the guy who hit him too. Um, you can look this up. This is a true story, man. The guy hit him with his truck. I think it was like a Ford Explorer, right? And a week later, he passed away. Man. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, wow. Don't know what to say about that. Everybody knows that Stephen King is he's one of those guys. Can you be a mod? No, Michael, you cannot be a mod. What's up, E-Bro? What's up, E-Bro? I don't know what E-Bro is. That sounds like a electronic bro. I'm just happy to be alive, man. You know, I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be alive. Hey, so this Miss Country thing, right? Oh, okay. This country thing, man. People are starting to pop out saying that they think that it's a hoax. That either she got her mom kidnapped or her mother is not even kidnapped. And I seen the lady make a statement on the news, man. And when I seen her, I studied her face very closely, and I didn't get nothing from it. So I don't know. It's hard to say. I hope she wouldn't do no shit like that, but you know, all these public figures nowadays are turning out to be garbage. They're turning out to be sneaky, conniving, satanic, you know, pieces of scalding hot iced tea. So that is a problem for me. Definitely a problem. Man, Cage Eggers. Everybody likes Cage Eggers. And then, you know, in other news, Israel bombed the shit out of Lebanon. And they said that they are not going to give them a chance to rebuild. Not Woody, but the other lady, I don't know her name. The main lady, the news lady. She, yeah, Savannah, that's her name. Yeah, you've been around Cage Eggers, and I'm going to tell you, you can't forget a name like Cage Eggers. That's a fact. Oh, well, make sure you like and subscribe, sir. I just dropped some new content, man. I dropped 2 shorts and 2 videos. So we moving right along, man. We getting it done, man. I'm here to educate, motivate, and elevate, man. I need to help. I got a warrant out for my arrest. What to do? You know what? Let me tell you something. In a lot of cities, man, if you got a warrant out for your arrest, if you got some money, you can go down to the court, and a lot of times they have a price that you could pay to get the warrant lifted. Unless it's a felony warrant, then don't go. But if it's not a felony warrant, I know usually it could be anywhere from $250 to $1,000. But if you pay however much it is, they'll lift the warrant. Or you could do the walkthrough. Oh, if you got a walkthrough warrant, man, you might as well just go turn yourself in, man. Get that shit out the way. Because you know what? If you don't, you gonna mess around and get jammed up on a Friday night. And you know what that means. You go to jail on Friday night, you ain't leaving till Monday or Tuesday. that's every person's nightmare. But I'm happy to announce that I don't have no warrants. No, not me. Was I the first viewer on this channel? Nah, you wasn't the first. But then again, I can't tell you that I know who the first was. So it could, you know what? Maybe. I don't know. I don't wanna I don't wanna I don't wanna say that well, hey, let me tell you another thing, Bear. You can call down to the jail and see what does it cost to get a warrant lifted. It's Monday morning right now, so I don't care where you at in the world. It's Monday for everybody. And it's even Tuesday for some folks. But either way, it's a weekday. Find out. You must not got the money to go pay them. Because I'll tell you right now, even if it's $300 it's the only $300 that I got. Oh yeah, it is President's Day today. You want to donate $500? No, I do, bro. You gotta and you know what? People be trolling me about these donations, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and be the professional that I'm striving to be, and I'm gonna tell you like this, man. If you really want to donate anything to me or the channel, go to my profile. You can either try to use the Cash App. If that Cash App don't work, people saying it ain't been working. Donate to the Buy Me a Coffee account. All you got to do is click the link. It'll take you right to my profile. If, in fact, you really want to donate. Right now, I'm not gonna even bullshit you, bro. Whatever. If I'm trying to currently get a donation so I can buy me a car because I sold my old truck to an old guy that was a mechanic. He's gonna fix it up for his daughter. But because the motor went out, I didn't have enough to go get another one. And once I do that, I can get back on my welding shit. But right now, I'm kind of stuck like Chuck, man. And it ain't no one else's fault but mine. I made a bad business deal with somebody that I knew. Ain't that some shit? Made a bad business deal with someone that I thought that I knew. Sold me a bullshit ass truck, man. And the only reason why I bought it is because I thought I knew him, right? So right now, any donations I get are getting put to the side for my vehicle fund. All I need is like 1,500 or close to like maybe 17, maybe. That's it. But yeah, Cage Eggers, if you would like to donate, that's what you would have to do, man. I don't have Super Chat. That's what we're working on. That's what you're looking for. But you can't donate Super Chat anyway, not $500. You couldn't do that. But what you could do is you could go to either the Cash App or the Buy Me a Coffee fund. And that's fun because a lot of people don't even know about Buy Me a Coffee, man. You get yourself a cheap coffee and you donate. Tommy Phillips wants to give him a shout out. You gotta like the video for a shout out, Tommy. I'm gonna shout you out regardless. Shout out to Tommy Phillips for being an awesome individual, man. Especially for tapping in on President's Day. Because he can come and he can do whatever he wants. But he chose to come onto the channel today. So shout out to you, sir. I don't know why, but it seems like my whatchamacallit is not working. But yeah, man, I was just researching the little Savannah Gentry thing over. Well, you know what? Because all the shit they're saying about Donald Trump, I'm not all that thrilled about President's Day. Me personally, I feel like, man, we got ourselves in a little bit of a pickle here with this presidency thing. And you know what? I really was rooting for Donald Trump in the beginning, but as the weeks and the months pass, I'm starting to really second guess my support. Because one thing I don't support fuckery from anybody. I just don't do it, man. Like if you on some fuckery, even if you the president, bro, um, I don't support that. Because if I don't tolerate that down here on the ground with all the little people, I ain't gonna tolerate that shit with the giants neither, man. And just because Donald Trump is a giant doesn't mean I'm gonna tolerate that shit, man. So we gonna say happy every other President's Day, you know. And I'm gonna say this to Donald Trump. Trump, I hope you're not guilty of any of that Epstein shit. And if you're not, get your shit together, sir. I think you're getting a little bit comfortable in that president's seat. That's what you're supposed to do, but you're not supposed to get comfortable with fuckery, though. Come on, man. You ain't supposed to just be comfortable with doing fuck shit just because nobody could tell you nothing. But, I've been telling people about Donald Trump for years that Donald Trump is not a regular person. You know what? I just found that out too, man. I heard the same thing that he built the Neverland Ranch to protect the kids from Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know how true that is, but I heard that Michael Jackson was fighting against Epstein. He was like an adversary of the Epsteins. Bear, you are 100% correct, sir. You know how you say Republican in reverse? You say Democrat. Democrat means Republican in reverse. It's the same word. It's just you say it in reverse. Muad, the only ice I'm familiar with is the ice on my chain and the ice on my wrist. And the ice in my cup. It's cutting out again still? I thought I fixed that problem, man. Hold on. So you know what? It's not my phone. It's YouTube. But we gonna plug the mic back in then. We gonna plug the mic back in. It's not cutting out real bad just here and there. Yeah, I thought I fixed it, man. I cleaned out my speakers on the phone because I thought it was my phone. And I had made a video the other day. And before I got ready to post it, it was doing the same thing. So I don't know what's up with that, but I'm using this right now. We're going to use this for a while. You know what? Actually, I can still plug. I can't because I don't have. Let me see. I need my charger cord that comes with this, but I don't have it. I don't know what happened to my charger cord. Ibby, what exactly is it that you're waiting for? Are you waiting for what I think you're waiting for? Yeah, my hair is I got it in a it's in a little bun right now, but yeah, my hair is it's pretty long. I used to have dreadlocks all the way to my belly button, bro. Nah, they weren't to my belly button, but they was past my chest. They was like way down here. I had showed them. Matter of fact, let me show them again, just because. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Somebody stole my hair. Well, never mind, folks. I was gonna show you guys something, but one thing about me, people love messing with my stuff. People love messing with my stuff because now I don't see my hair. And I'm pretty sure I know what happened, but we're not gonna get too deep off into it. Hold on. As a matter of fact, I gotta check one more. So I actually found my dreadlocks. So this how long my hair used to be right here. This is my dreads. This is just the three I kept over the years, right? I keep these for good luck. These are my old dreadlocks, bro. And just to prove that they're mine, they're the exact same color as my hair. Right? These used to be on the top of my head. They was way down. Right? My dreads right there, bro. Yeah. No, hell no. You know how old this hair is, bro? This shit right here is over 10 years old. I cut these dreads in 2014 and I still got them. I cut these motherfuckers in 2014, man. It's 2026 now. Mopped out. But X-Man says disgusting. Typically, of course he would say that. Of course. But but when you was a little kid and you kept your tooth that fell out, that wasn't disgusting, huh? Or you're white? It shows, bro. It shows. My teeth are white. My shirt is white. My eyeballs on the sides are white. My bones are white. Oh, the tooth fairy came. Well, ain't that just fucking dandy? Oh, your teeth are green? Well, I heard your teeth must be cold because they got a thick yellow coat on. Half my blood cells are white. There you go. Absolutely. Your teeth could be white, but you're going to have to take that yellow coat off. Don't worry, Fallen. They're always horrible to me. It's just a part of the business. It's a part of the business. I don't even take it personal because I know deep down inside they don't mean no harm, bro. Oh, X Man says I'm dirty. Like I said, you're white and it shows. It definitely shows. And that's just because you told me. That's not me being racist. You literally told me that you was white. And I see what you mean now that you said that you're white. I can see what you mean. He's definitely white, people. White people are the biggest haters on earth. I swear to God they are. You guys are number one when it comes to being haters. But don't worry, because I'm half white, bro. I'm half white, man. No, I'm not saying all white people. I'm just saying guys like him. And I'm half white. That's why X-Man keeps calling me a half breed. Little does he know, though. Little does he know. I bet your mother would love to have little mixed babies. So you better be quiet. Your girl, too. And here's my thing, right? Why are you telling me that you're white? Mexicans are good cooks. The women and the men. I used to work at this welding shop in Las Vegas, Nevada. And there was this Mexican guy named Gilberto. Whenever we had company barbecues, Gilberto would make a whole bunch of tacos. And I mean, listen, man, this fool would go home and he would hook up a trailer to his truck and he would come back with this specialized barbecue shit that he had. I'm talking about the tightest barbecue grill that you ever seen, right? And he would start cooking tacos, right? This fool could make 100 tacos in 10 minutes. Hey, there's 4 people in the chat. Everybody put a 10 in the chat if you want me to kick Zanman out of this video. We're gonna do a vote. If you guys want him gone, I just need to see 5 10s. I see one so far. I see two. I see two. Zanman, I see two. I see 3, 4, 5. All right, sorry, Zan, you gotta go, bro. All right, Zan is out of here. Sorry, bro. I don't know why that message made it. Oh, he's gone. I didn't want to do it, but the dude just was he was just I don't know what his trip is, man. That's why I took a vote, man. That's the best way to deal with people. Is I'm not going to do it because then you're going to call me emotional. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take a vote. I had to, man. He was talking about Mexicans. He was talking about single mothers, and he was talking about half breeds. And even though the trolls are content, he was crossing the line, bro. He was crossing the thin blue line. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me go back down here because I'm starting to think what you know what Zan just did? He thinks he's slick. He just went and he just let's see how many accounts he got because I am led to believe that Be Proud is also Zan Man. Yeah, see, you were thinking what I was thinking, huh? That's the same person. Well, am I from sleeping? Not sure what you mean, sir. But anyway, let me get back to my quick story, man. So Gilberto's he would do all the cooking, right? And he cooked fast, right? He could like I wish you could see this dude's barbecue grill because it wasn't a normal grill. It had like little circles in a stainless steel plate welded to the side on each side. One side was square for like meat, rice, and shit, and then the other side was circles for like onions, tomatoes, cilantro, and all that shit. So that's why he would bring this specific grill because he could hook everything up fast, right? But then the crazy part was during the week, his wife would come up to the shop and she would sell hot tamales, man. And yeah, I see. I see. I don't know. I don't know, man. This guy puts in a lot of work, man. You got to give it to him, man. Even though now I know who he is because I've seen Drizzy King in my chat before, and now Organic pops up like on cue. Like, man, these guys, man, I swear, these guys. You know what? It's fine, though. It's fine. Organic thinks because he's from Oakland that he's a somebody. That's what he think. He's been thinking that for quite some time. But I had to bust his little bubble last time we spoke. Like you might be from Oakland, bro, but you ain't the real Oakland. Not by a long shot. You just the NPCs of Oakland. You don't represent the streets though. You don't represent the struggle though. But let me ask you this though. Who is anti sober? Right? Oh, I'm eating some Pop Tart s'mores with my coffee. But hey, Organic Productions, who is anti sober? Also, what is E14? You probably know what E14 is, but who is anti sober since you so tapped in? Because I'm way in Michigan and I'm still more tapped in than you. I've been tapped in for years. Hey, matter of fact, you ain't even got to tell me who anti sober is. And you don't even got to tell me what E14 is. Answer me this, though. Here's a good one. This is the best one of them all. You ready for this? Who's Scary X? Do you know who Scary X is? If you know who Scary X is, I'll never say another bad thing about you again. But you got to tell me who is Scary X. Well, Organic says that California doesn't claim me, but he also says that he's tapped into the streets. So I just want to see. Yeah, this dude is a trip. He's one of those, he's the kind of guy that he's the reason why people have to have guns in their homes and home security systems. This is why people like this. Because he's the type that would get mad enough to show up to your house and get himself hurt. But he's also the kind of person. What's going on, Destiny? He's also the kind of person that doesn't believe that he would get himself hurt. He thinks he would show up and hurt somebody when in fact, well, I mean, I can't do no shit like that because that's unprofessional and it's also that's just not nothing I'm able to do. I'll show you I'll show you me dialing 911 on the I'll show you. You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm taking notes. Let me take a screenshot of this. I already remember all the other names, right? Because now what we're gonna do is we are going to. All right. Yeah, I'm starting to think that he is a bot because there's no way that he's texting this fast. So the bots are definitely in here because um a lot of these people are bots because it's only showing me that there's two people in here, and I know that there's more people in here because Bear's here, Melanie is here, Bands is here, Cupcake is here. How you doing, Cupcake? There's multiple people here. But don't worry. Hey Bands, don't worry about it, man. Don't even worry about it. You just keep doing you, bro. In your capital letters. I'm not gonna ban you. I'm not gonna ban 100 accounts because my whole thing is he gotta be a bot because he keeps coming back saying the same thing under different names and it's posting way too fast just to be a regular person. But like I said, he's the reason that you need home protection. I've already banned him 5 times, but he keeps popping up. So on YouTube, unfortunately, you can make as many accounts as you want. But ask the rest of the chat. I took a vote and everybody said get rid of him, so I did, and then he popped back up like a damn roach. Did I report him? Oh, should I report him? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. How about you report him? Why don't you go ahead and report him for me, Jelson? Just click on his name, like put your finger on his name until the menu pops up, and then hit report. You know what I'm saying? That would be a big help. But like I said, the thing is, he's uh he's chances are he's a bot. He's the kind of person that you would need home security against. A big dog, a firearm, or just an alarm system. I don't know, Bands. We're gonna just have to ghost you without actually ghosting you, cause you're crazy, bro. You showed me already that your character is very disturbed. Anybody who would come under all these different accounts lets me know you've done this many times and you have a disturbed character, sir. And that's fine by me. A lot of people out here are disturbed. And I am the type of person that I am of a firm mind that there's nothing that you could do with a disturbed individual except just let them be. Just let him be. It's all right. We did our job, and you know, that's it. That's all. I don't know who Carter is, bro. FD, what's the word, man? I seen you. I was just dealing with something else, man. I seen you step in though, man. It's good to see you, bro. Hey, absolutely, bro. Chacho, you as well, man. Have a good day. We in here chilling, man. Shit, it's only been 43 minutes, man. I gotta go at least till 120 minutes. So I got a whole hour and 15 minutes that I have to go, man. And this guy is already on some weirdo stuff, man. Calm down, man. Could you calm down? Like, is it too much to ask for a person like you to calm? I bet you if we was cellies in jail, you would calm down because I'll beat your ass if you didn't. You wouldn't have a choice. But we ain't in jail, so if you must, carry on because I don't promote violence. I'm just telling you in different scenarios, I would get different outcomes, right? That's all. So just think about that for a second, right? If it was a different scenario, you would act different. So let's act like it's a different scenario so you can just act different for the sake of not being a clown and a troll because nobody's trolling you and, nobody really cares about you being a weirdo. But we do kind of hope that you don't be a weirdo. Like I'm not gonna like lie to you. Like we are encouraging you not to be a weirdo. But if you just insist, we can't stop you from being a weirdo. But like I said, in a different scenario, you would have to roll it up. You would literally have to roll it up and go to PC for being a weirdo. Hey, so listen, people. I have an iPhone, right? And with my iPhone, I always buy the same kind of cases, right? So I buy these off of Amazon. They're the otter boxes, right? And one thing I learned about these cases is they always break at the same spot. They break right there. Every one I've had breaks at the same spot. I have one on my phone now and it's broken right there. I bought this one that's on my phone now because this one, bro, I got a 12 Pro. The reason that I still have a 12 Pro is because I paid so much money for it. I literally paid my phone off in one day. I went to the phone store and I spent $1,200 cash. When the iPhone 12 Pro first dropped, I was in the front of the line to buy one. And that shit costed me $1,200 cash. But I had a paid off iPhone though. And I would have got the Pro Max, but they didn't have Pro Maxes when I bought the Pro. And I wanted one so bad that I asked him if I could just buy the Pro until the Maxes come in and then I could just turn the Pro in for the Pro Max. He said, "Yeah, but then I liked the Pro so much I never went back, you know, because they were the same price." And I wasn't going to get two of them, like have an iPhone Pro and then a Pro Max. I don't hate Burger King, Stacy. I just don't eat there. Yeah, I know everybody's got the 15, but the reason I didn't want to get the 15 was because I heard that it was having issues with the charger and with something else. There was an issue with the 15s. I can't remember exactly what the issue was, but there was like two major issues. I want to say one was the like I think I can't remember what the other one was, man. But I know one of them was the charging. And then on top of that, they changed the charging. Hey, but you know what? Come to think of it, I seen a quick little video. Yeah, man, absolutely. Like and subscribe to the video. Um, I seen a video about a guy saying that the reason why iPhone changed their the charger style, like see this is the old style. Everybody knows this one, right? Everybody knows this style. But then they switched to this style. You know what? I found out why they did that. They didn't do it to be assholes, right? iPhone Apple did it because Europe did it. Europe required a new charging style. And I heard they're going to go back to this though. And everybody, I don't know if everybody remembers the style before this one. It was just like this, but it was like this wide. And like it was ugly. Like the iPhone 9s and the iPhone 8. Shit, my daughter's mom has an iPhone 8 still. Yeah, we're not we're not going to be doing any Burger King. And even if let's just say for the giggles of it that I'd say, "Okay, let me go get Burger King." There's no Burger King near me over here. There's no Burger King around me. And if you would have been in my live the whole time, you would have seen that I don't have a vehicle right now. So I wouldn't be able to go to Burger King. I don't mess around with Burger King. Me personally, no. I'm not doing Burger King, I'm not doing McDonald's, I'm not doing Wendy's. I'm not doing fast food. And let me tell you why, cuz I like maybe I'm old school and old fashioned, but I just feel like I'm just like an old crazy guy that still believes in going to the grocery store and buying my food. I can actually look at it and say, I decide the way this food gets cooked, not Burger King. And Stacy, are you young? How old are you, Stacy? What is your age, Stacy? Yeah, there you go. Hey, one of these days, if you guys keep subscribing, which it's been a struggle, then yeah, absolutely. That's all I'm on, man. Is we going to the grocery store. Um if people keep watching and subscribing and I get to these 1,000 subscribers and these dumbass 4,000 watch hours, then I can move forward. At least I'll get the super chats and the what else do you get? You get the super chats and you get you're able to promote your business if you have one. And there's one other thing, I forgot what it is. Um I don't know your name, sir, but yeah, and then the gifts. What kind of shout out do you want, man? If it's reasonable and feasible, I'll definitely give you a shout out. And I would just like a like on the video if at all possible, man. I don't really ask for much. I'm fairly easy to please. Very, very easy to please. But you know, the Chinese writing, oh, Taiwanese writing wants a shout out. What you want me to shout out Taiwan? Cause I mess with Taiwan, man. Shout out to Taiwan, Taiwanese people. Tell China to leave you alone. I remember when China tried to destroy the whole country of Taiwan. Shout out to Dale. Shout out to Dale. And no, Dale is not here, man. Is this a bucket hat? This is a regular hat, bro. This is a regular snapback. This is a company that I didn't work for them, but I worked with them. They used to fix all the company vehicles. Shout out to Carey Brothers Truck Repair. They're really, really good at what they do. We used to send all our company vehicles to them. They would get us tightened up, whether it was a power steering pump or a transmission or some electrical work. They got it out the way for us. They got it done. So shout out to Carey Brothers in Detroit, in Oak Park. They wanted me to come drive tow trucks for them. I would have done it, but I lost my truck. So shout out to the Carey brothers, man. I know this is a nice hat, ain't it? This a real nice hat. Only thing is, I don't wear hats forward, bro. I only wear them backwards. But I had to clear that up because the last time I gave a shout out to Carey brothers, I said I worked for them when in fact I worked with them. I've even drove their company vehicles too. You know what I'm saying? I've even drove their one of their company vehicles. So like me and the guy, the supervisor guy down there at Carey Brothers, if he wasn't so far away, I could get a job over there, but they're too far from here where I'm at now. Before I moved, they was basically right across the street. They're in southeast Michigan, man. They're in the Detroit area. If you're familiar with Detroit, it's Detroit, and it's there's another one over in Oak Park, which is right across the street from Detroit. Oak Park is a city, you know what I'm saying? That's it's a little township in Oakland County. And then to better understand what I'm trying to say is Detroit is Wayne County, and oh, so then you know then. So you up there by where? Lansing, right? That's where you at? Up there by Lansing? Hey man, Callahan, I appreciate it, bro. Make sure you like the video for me too, man. We want to try to spam the algorithm, man. People want to spam the channel, but they don't want to spam the algorithm. Yeah, you know what? I've never got the pleasure to head up there towards Lansing, but when I was towing, I was all over the place. I had been up to Bay City, but unfortunately, I got to go to Bay City in the middle of the night, so I didn't even get to see how everything was when I got up there. I could just tell you this: there's a lot of trees up in Bay City. As you get to head towards northern Michigan, the woods get dense. There's more, lots and lots of trees, but there's a lot of farmland too, right? That's what I always like, because I came from a place in California where there's a lot of farmland, and I used to live in a farm community where there was a lot of agriculture in Kern County. So when I seen that Michigan had all this agriculture, I kind of made me happy. And a Barco, you already know, man, we about to hit spring real soon. Cause hey man, February's damn near gone. It ain't gonna take nothing to get March out the way. And what once March is over with, boy, it's about to heat up again. And you know what? I might just head to Lansing, jump on the 696 and pew, shoot straight up there, man. Hey Melanie, what state did you say you was in again? I forgot. That's You know what I do? I fish as much as I can during the summertime, man. Soon as that water, soon as that water, the ice melts. See, but you gotta stop fishing. You gotta stop fishing down at the Detroit River in August and September. You can't even fish because all the grass at the bottom of the river. Oh yeah, that's right, Toronto. But are you which direction though? Because if you're coming back towards this way, then that would make you only an hour away from Michigan, because Toronto is 4 hours from Michigan, about 4 or 5 hours from Michigan, depending on what direction though. If you're in the other direction, then that would put you 7 hours away from Michigan. Oh, so yeah, you're in the opposite direction, going further away. Okay. Yeah. You're on the other side of Lake Superior, huh? You're on the back side of Lake Superior. Yeah, my sister used to get to go up to Canada with my grandmother. My grandmother and my grandfather, when we were kids, they used to vacation, and Relish Productions wants to know if it's okay to donate. Oh, it's always okay to donate, bro. Just go to the profile and click on either Cash App or buy me a coffee, and I will say a prayer for you, brother. Man, that would be the biggest blessing of the year for me, man. I'm in between jobby jobs right now, and I know that's nobody's problem but my own. But yeah, I would highly appreciate it, bro. Oh, you'll donate next month? Oh, okay, Melanie. Don't even trip. It's not even something that I require, but I put those donation links up there for a reason because you know, I'm a starving content creator. I'm a starving creator. What's going on? DMASLA. I be wondering about those type of handles, man, because I don't. Maybe I should just call you XD, which is pretty much. Oh, I think I get it though. XD is a smiley face, right? Anyways, though, what's going on, bro? Hey, but you know what? Relish, my Cash App, for some reason the link don't work. It's weird because when I click on it from my phone, it takes me to my Cash App, but when someone else does, it doesn't take you to the Cash App. So you have to like type it in manually. So I don't know. It's hard, man. I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on. I try to fix it. I called Cash App. I also call well, I didn't call YouTube. I called Cash App and they said that it's not a problem on Cash App's end. So I'm like, I only a few people use Cash App where I'm at anyways. I use it, but everybody else says they use Zelle. So I don't know. We'll see. Zelly Zelle. I tried to create a Zelle account to pay rent once, and for some reason it was telling me that I already had account created. So I was like, all right, well, this is suspect because I've never created a Zelle account before, you know. I am happy to announce that we are 62 minutes and 35 seconds in. We have 12 likes showing, and we have one person according to YouTube's. Now there's four people, and Brandon wants to know if I'm into something I've never heard of before. So I'm gonna have to tell you, no, I am not into that, Brandon Garcia, for the main simple fact that I've never even heard of that before, to the point where I'm not even gonna repeat it because I don't know what it means. But no, I'm most likely, if I've never heard of it, I'm not into it. I was just talking to I was talking to Barco about fishing. Oh, am I into dabs? You know what? I don't really mess with weed like that, bro. I did it one time. I used to smoke until I started getting dispensary tree, and then I started feeling different. I started smoking dispensary weed, and it started making me feel the highest level of anxiety that I ever felt in my life. So, because I didn't have a street plug at the time, I just stopped smoking altogether, man. I don't smoke at this time, Tox. I am happy to announce, I am excited to announce, I do not smoke at this time. I smoke cigarettes though. I definitely smoke cigarettes, but I don't do any dabs. You know what? I knew this girl in Vegas that worked at a dispensary, and she said that she did a lot of dabbing. She actually invited me over to dab with her, and I never showed up because I was like, to me, dabbing almost looks like you're smoking crack. You know what, Melanie? I had a lot of nicotine vapes. I definitely did, but um, they started to make my chest hurt, and it was seeming like my breathing was becoming a little bit difficult. So cause see, originally I had stopped smoking cigarettes and started vaping. Maybe it was the brand of vapes though. Maybe that's what it was. I was buying the brand, but see, I was messing with the same brand that everybody was messing with, which is Breeze. But the breezes started to make me feel terrible. Like my lungs, I started to be able to feel them through my chest. And ever since I stopped, I don't have that problem no more. And I used to have a pain like right up here. So, oh, a fishing reel. Yeah. Yeah. I got some fishing reels. I got a net. I got let me show you the kind of yeah, hell yeah, I like reggae music. Let me show you the kind of weights you got to use out here in Michigan. See, I got my tackle box right here. Bam. Like I got the box right here, man, but let me show you something real quick. See, you can't use you can't use no lightweight stuff here. You got to use stuff like this, man. This is a 1.5 ouncer, right? See, it says it right there, a 1.5 ouncer, right? But then I got this one here. This one is a 2.5 ouncer, right? And you need two of these, bro. You need two of these, right? But me, because I had loaded up right before summertime was over with. I had really loaded up. Like, and I got more than this. I got more than that right there, right? I got a bunch of these mugs, right? I got more than that though in here, you know. But the average show you something else since we're on this topic, right? These are the average type hooks we use, right? Just basic, you know. These are actually too small though, to be honest with you. This is more this is more like it right here. That'll get you a good bass or a good catfish, right? This is this is this is what we on right here. But to show you the difference, right? Compared to the one I had just picked up, it's a little you see the difference? See the difference? These so yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just got basic reels, bro. Nothing remarkable. Nothing too crazy. You know, this my bass fishing hooks, you know. I got a couple of those. You know what I'm saying? Got a couple of them. Hey, am I reading the comments? Yeah, Brandon wants to see my reel and my rod. But I told him that, why do you want to see a Walmart rod? I don't have any specialized rod, but I'll show it to you. I don't mind. I'll show you the gear, bro. You want to see the gear, huh? Me now. Can you hear me now? So I just showed you guys the blue one, and I said this right here, this is what I call the green machine, right? This is the green machine. What I was gonna say is I actually broke this right before summertime was over with, man. I had I had caught on to some I got another reel over there too. I got another one. I definitely got three of them, but the other one is I broke the tip off of it, so I ain't pulling that one out. But but yeah, those are the reels, man. And then I got the net, and what I do is I take a bucket out there. Oh, you like crappie fishing? Ain't nothing wrong with crappie fishing. Brandon, you are correct. I love catching catfish. That's my favorite. But you know what? Might as well pull out the other pole, right? But here's the thing, I don't use this one very much. This is just a spare. This is a spare that was a gift. I got this as a gift right here, but this is my number 3 right here, right? I got this one. My cousin bought this for me. So, but I don't use it cuz it's this I need to change this. I need to buy a different one. I don't like the way this one I changed the line in it and now this thing is real tight. But the other reason that I don't use it is the tip is broken. If you look, it broke. It still works, but it used to be another foot. So it still works, but yeah, this is my fishing gear. So um, I would say last year or this past summer, nah, you ain't where I go fishing at, you ain't gonna get no bluegill. What we do is we catch baby catfish or we catch baby bass or sometimes even baby walleyes. But when I catch a walleye, I throw it back in. We cut those up as bait. But you know what? I don't even need to use those as bait because I like to use night crawlers, bro. Yeah, that's how the red one broke. That's how the sister. I used to catch bluegills back in California when I was about 13 years old. We used to go to this lake up in the mountains. Like way up in the mountains, there is this lake. It took us like 30 minutes of driving through the mountains, and then it opens up to this lake, right? And this lake was so cool, bro. You get to the lake, you park, and then you find you a spot, and all around the shore, you could see these big catfish just chilling. But I use shrimp for my catfish, but the catfish they also like night crawlers. And what I found is they respond very well to the worms that they sell at Walmart. Some about those Walmart worms, bro. They really like them here in Michigan. I think it's where they're. See, the thing about being here in Detroit, if you go down by the river, all the gas stations sell bait. But every time I buy the gas station bait, the fish don't like it. Like you won't catch nothing all night. But if you go to Walmart or you go to Myers, which is some people know what Myers is. I like to catfish at night. I love to catfish at night, man. But you know, I'm a catfisher. I've already like I was gonna say this past summer, man, I must have caught about 20 fish. No, I'm gonna tell you the kind of worms to use too, though. I never heard of butter worms, but there's another one. They're the kind of worms if you turn over uh bales of hay, like if you go to a farm where you see hay out on a field, just push one over and you should see these big ugly worms, like these white worms. They look like they look like giant jumbo maggots. Catch a couple of those, put them in a cup, and if you got the balls to hook one of those things on your hook, you can catch a monster fish. But like I don't know what they're called, man. I used to when I used to fish back in California, um uh a friend of mine, a friend of mine's son used to have a little spot where he went and got his worms before we went to the lake. And he showed me that they would go knock over bales of hay and get these gigantic worms from under the hay. These big white worms. They look like gigantic maggots, I swear. And I didn't like the way they looked. But they used to catch fish though. They was like gold for the fish. And but no, I use night crawlers, or I use night crawlers, or I use um just regular minnows, you know. Yeah. Well, the good part about it here, bro, is you don't need to get the garlic powder, because they got some stuff at the there's little bait shops down up and down the river, right? And I've been going for so long, I know where they're all at. But they sell this little pink stuff. That's what that's I just get the pink sauce, and every time I hook a worm, I squirt pink sauce on it, and then cast that shit as far out in the water as I can, and man, I be getting the catfish, man. But I only had luck. This year I only caught one catfish. He was a big ass catfish though. He was about 7, 8 pounds, but um I went to pull him out the water and he broke off my hook. But I just was catching. Well, I caught baby catfish, right? But I was catching bass. Like you gonna catch a lot of bass. There, and then sheepheads. I don't know if you know what sheepheads are, but I catch a lot of sheepheads. I always throw them back. Um, Not a big fan. What's the biggest catfish? Bro, you know what? The biggest catfish I ever caught was a 10 pounder. But the biggest catfish in Michigan that I've ever seen caught was this guy, this black dude that was out at the lake at the same time as me and my daughter. I was teaching her how to fish. We was out there. There was this black dude out there, man, and this dude had like a $1,200 fishing pole, and it was like the fishing pole itself was like 8 feet long, right? It's like this ocean. It was this ocean. No, the catfish out here are green. They're green. But check it out though. This black dude, man, he had like an 8 foot long pole. You could tell it was one of those poles you take to the ocean, right? And this dude caught two catfish back to back, and each catfish weighed about, I don't know, 110 to 20 pounds apiece. I like, they were so big that shit freaked me out. I ain't never seen a catfish that big before, and this motherfucker caught two of them back to back. They were so big when he got it out the water. Him and a couple of his friends, they pulled it out, and oh man, I'm doing the best I can, sir. I am doing my absolute best, bro. Um, life ain't always grand, but it's always better than nothing, right? Them long rods. That's what he told me. He had to get past a certain point. But when I asked him how did he even know how to catch those fish, because I never seen anybody anywhere ever catch fish like that, he told me that him and his buddies was out on a boat watching the radar and they seen where the fish went. So he had already knew where they was at. And I was like, "Oh man, okay." So so this dude, just think about this. You're sitting there fishing, right? This guy comes up next to you with an 8 foot long pole using jumbo shrimp and just casts like a half a football field or better out in the water and then pulls 120-pound catfish, 120 pounds, right? I was like, wow. Two of them back to back. I'll never forget that shit, man. And but he told me he was a professional. He catches those kind of fish because they sell a lot of fish and the big fish make him a lot of money. So I was like, damn, I wish I could sit and talk to you for a while. I don't know what jug fishing is, man. I never heard of that. Um, I kind of think I know what you're talking about. You on some like shit they do in Asia. Oh man, listen, when this dude pulled these fish in, everybody that was at the lake, I'm talking about everyone that was out there fishing, stopped what they was doing and came over to this dude, man. Like I ain't never seen no shit like that before. I've seen big fish like that, because in Las Vegas at the Flamingo Hilton, they got like this little pond and shit, but those are all carps. They're not catfish, but they're big like those. But nah, this dude pulled these catfish right up out the water. But ever since then, I was telling people, hey man, you have no idea how big the fish is in this water right here. We catching these little ass 7, 8 pound fish, and you think you doing something. I tell him about that guy, and I was like, man, there's this one dude, and if he shows up, just let him do his thing. Back up, because one thing about him is he gonna pull in a fish bigger than you, and you gonna be like, damn, that that fish is so big, I don't even want to kill it. I'll feel like a murderer if I kill this big old ass fish. And yeah, I've seen catfish on TV that big, but I didn't know they had them that big out here in Michigan. But yes, they do. 120-pounder. And they weren't even the biggest ones in the school, he said. They were a good size, but they wasn't the biggest ones. So I was like, man, how? Man, how the hell? So I yeah, for real, man. That shit was crazy. Hold on, I gotta go put my microphone on a charger. Give me 1 second. All right, I am back, Jack. I need to put my mic on the charger before my other one dies. Give me 1 second. This is not the right one. All right, well, turned off that on accident. Oh man, it took him like a good 5 minutes. He ain't reeling in fast. They were big fish, and like I said, he caught two of them back to back. And we left after that, so he could have caught more. I'm not really sure. He definitely could have caught more, but I was still amazed at just the two that he caught. I was like, bro, that's crazy. I never seen no fish that big in my life. Safria, how you doing? Safira. What what um what country are you from? That's a lovely name. Makul. Sharma. How you doing, man? We are talking about the oldest activity in the world, fishing. Something that I love to do. And you know what's crazy? I just went to my daughter's 17th birthday party, and her auntie asked me if this summer if I'll teach her son how to fish. And I said, "Absolutely. That gives me an excuse to go fishing." He's like 4 years old, but he claims he already knows how to fish. So I told his little ass, "We gonna see, little dude, since you say you know how to fish." But yeah, I like to fish, man. It's my favorite pastime. Etai, what's going on? How are you doing? Oh, that's looks like a female. I can't really see, man. I need my glasses. I don't have glasses, but I need some. I'm great. Life is never as bad as it could be, but it's never as good as it could be neither. Euro African, how you doing, my friend? We are in good spirits today. High hopes and fair health. Oh, you from Ghana? Okay. But now you doing Uber and a crime by England. All right. I'm in America, man. I'm in the United States. Yes, but we will always kick it off. Okay, absolutely. America is number one. Yeah, for the moment, I suppose. For the moment, let's see how long we can keep that spot because we got some heavy competition out there that's shooting for the top spot. But I think America will be all right. There's a lot of people that need us to stay number one. So, when people need you to stay in a position, that's usually a good reason for you to stay in that position. You know, I used to think that it was okay to complain about being an American, but then I realized that we actually got it better than a lot of places. So maybe I should stop complaining about being an American because, I could be, you know, living in a shack over in India somewhere, fighting disease and dirty water. So, shout out to the Indians, man. No shade there. But, you know, I live in a home with running water, heat, and shelter. So we can lock our doors at night and enjoy our Wi Fi. So, no, everybody in America is not doing well. So, that goes, you know, um, That's universal, you know what I'm saying, around the world. Because just like I said, you could live in India in a shack fighting off disease and dirty water. There's also Indians that are living in palaces and shit. So, you know, exactly. One of the one of the biggest Indians in the world owns a percentage of the entire supply of steel in America. I mean, in the world. Forgot his name, but he's a big steel tycoon, and he's from India. He's worth about 20, 30 billion, and he supplies a lot of steel. You ever seen a bar of steel that says made in India? Yep, that's him. That's his last name, Atal. Yeah, he's a big dog. Big dog. He's worth a lot of billions. A lot of billions. And you know it's funny because I've seen lots of sticks of steel that was produced in India, and I knew that was his steel. So I was like, wow, it's amazing, he's definitely been on Forbes list every year for the last, I don't know, 30, 40 years straight, you know. That dude he's a big baller. I'm talking got more money than Donald Trump type baller. Do you know that in every country there are upper class, middle class, normal class, and rich people? Absolutely. Yes, sir. I didn't mean to say yes, sir, but yeah, I did know that. I absolutely knew that. You know, the class system exists around the entire planet, and the reason why is because the high class, they meet up with each other. That's why when you see like a high class event anywhere in the world, you see people from all over the world, the elite from every country at those events. My best friend by the internet, I see India is not having a toilet and they go by the toilet at the street. Yeah, I know that's crazy, ain't it? That's why I said that we could be living in a shack in India fighting off disease and dirty water because India is overpopulated, severely overpopulated, just like Hong Kong and Beijing, and a couple other cities over there in China, extremely overpopulated. But you know, the good part is over in China, although they're work slaves, they live in a modernized society, whereas in India they do not. Yeah, there's a lot of those. There's a lot of poor Americans, and you only seen the ones in the city. They got them outside the city too. Oh, well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I do my best to work on my intelligence. I like to be open-minded to everything around me, including the world. Um, and it's not hard, man. You just got to do a lot of reading, and I appreciate that, Melanie. I try to be the best I can because you know, the world is so crazy and messed up. I try to tell people, yeah, I see you, Hassan, Hussein. Appreciate the sub, man. Um, no, I'm not well traveled. I am within United States, but I've never been outside of the country, unfortunately. Right now I live by the Canadian border to Canada, but that's it. I used to live by the Mexican border to Mexico, but other than that, um, you know, um, the life of a poor guy. Poor in money, rich in spirit. How about that? Poor in money, but rich in spirit. I don't need money, man. What I lack in money, I have in spiritual wealth. So, you know, yeah, no doubt. I know what you're saying is 100% correct. That I haven't seen anything unless I watch the Discovery Channel. But, before my time is up in this world, I would like to get the opportunity to see other things and other places. You're the minister of Germany, huh? Okay. What is that? The prime minister or just the minister? Oh, Clark, you from Dallas? Shoot, I ain't even been to Texas before, man. And my grandmother's mother is from Texas. Oh, wow. Well, that's a honor, man. If I'm talking to the real prime minister, I keep hearing that when you're on YouTube, you never know who's gonna come into your video and talk to you. So, hey, man, if that's the case, then it's an honor and a pleasure, man. You know, I'm not gonna doubt it because I've talked to some very influential people before, so it doesn't surprise me that on YouTube, everybody gets on YouTube. It doesn't matter who you are. YouTube is a universal platform for all. I never thought I could ever find Indians attractive until I met one in Canada, Montreal. Okay, no doubt. Montreal is a good place. That's a good city. The people from Montreal are very humble people, man. But I heard the police there are like American police. They can get abusive out there. So I figured you was kidding, Tex. I just didn't want to say it. I didn't believe for a second I was talking to the Prime Minister of Germany, but hey, you never know, right? He is the third generation, and the reason we couldn't be together was because of his mother. She didn't approve of Africans. I heard Ghana was a nice place to go. Um, a lot of people do a lot of good things for Ghana. Yeah, I see. Montreal would be a place I would definitely be interested in going. Um, yeah, that's cool, man. How you doing at any rate, man? Yeah, Clark, I'm in the great state of Michigan. Yeah, that's classism for you, bro. That's the worst thing that's ever happened to man is that his own people made him racist. It's the worst shit ever, man. But it's not through race, it's through class. People who think they're better because they live a better life. Just like the suburbs don't like the projects because the projects in the suburbs are on different sides of town. And so they got better education, they got better stores, better communities. Everything is nice. It's the same thing in America, man. Same thing. Black people in the suburbs can't stand black people in the hood. They don't like them. It's all of those things, bro. You know, and I honestly, that's what I make my videos about, man. It's stuff like what we talking about now is the fact that there's a million reasons why people can't just come together and we have to stay divided because nobody wants to accept the idea that the reason that the world is so messed up is because we were split into groups, and some people got the upper hand in life and others didn't. But you know me, I call anybody that's not elite, they're still slaves. I don't care how you look at it, because people in the suburbs stay in debt a majority of their lives. People in the hood don't get to go in debt at all, and they're actually better off because they don't have to go in debt to own a home. They don't have to go in debt to send their kids to school. They don't have to go in debt to buy a car just to look suburban, buy nice clothes from J.C. Penney's, and you know, live a certain kind of lifestyle. Nothing against the suburbs, but I'm just saying that, I can't tell you how many people in the suburbs don't like the hood because they look down on the hood. But I tell the people in the suburbs, I got news for you, because while you looking down on the hood, the elite is looking down on you. You might get $150,000 a year salary, and the guy in the hood might only have a $30,000 a year job, 36, $40,000 a year job. But at the end of the day, the elites are looking down on all of us. And this ain't about us against the elites, neither. It's just about understanding that we all got tricked into believing we were better than each other. And that's why the whole time we were thinking we was better than each other, look at what the government was doing. They were doing a lot of evil shit. But hey, get in where you fit in. Get in where you fit in, man. Be the change that you want to see in your community. And if you can do that, then we got to change the world one mentality at a time. And that's it. That's all. Me, I would love to go around the world. That would make me even more humble than I am now if I got to see the good and the bad everywhere. Not everywhere, because there's some places that you'll go and you won't be able to come back. You would think like Ghana. I'll go to Ghana for sure. Even as a light skinned dude with hazel eyes, I'll go to Ghana around them dark ass motherfucking niggas, them African niggas, and I'll be all right. They ain't gonna do nothing to me. I'll be all right. But you know, hopefully though, hopefully the future improves, right? Hopefully we can move to a space where there is equality for everyone and there's better opportunities coming in the future, and we don't have to keep being under this financial um bondage. Okay, your dad is a Norwegian mix from Denmark. Hey, that's a good mix, man. That's a really good mix right there. I thought you said you was a German guy. Oh, that means your mom is from okay. That's still a good mix, bro. You know it's a slur. Yeah, I'm sorry. Here in America, we say nigga a lot, right? I do, right? I came from the streets. I try not to, but on camera at least, but I still be catching myself. But I didn't mean it in a derogatory way because I'm a light-skinned black man, you know what I'm saying? So I don't never it ain't derogatory to me, but I see, yes, I shouldn't be, talking like that because some people take it as disrespect, and I don't want for that to be on your mind. But no, what I meant to say was I would love to go to Ghana and meet the people, but I just acknowledge the fact that I'm so much lighter than anybody in Ghana. They don't have light skinned people in Ghana. It's like there's no light skinned people in Kenya or Nigeria, you know, or the Congo. You want to see light skinned people, you got to go to South Africa or down, to Cape Town or Johannesburg or somewhere down there, or maybe up in the north, up by Egypt. But in the middle, from the east to the west, all dark except Ethiopia. You see a few light skinned people over there. Maybe maybe there's some light skinned people in Kenya, and maybe there's some light skinned people in I don't think there's, well, maybe in Nigeria. I'm not really sure. But I got some friends who've been to Africa, but I ain't never had enough money to go, you know. But I don't just want to go to Africa. I want to go to China. I want to hit the entire eastern seaboard from Europe all the way to Macau. You know what I'm saying? From Africa all the way to, yeah, I know. Um I know. That's why I said Ghana. Um like I said, I got a few friends that's been out that way. And Ghana's pretty cool place according to everyone I spoke to, man. There's a lot of Americans in Ghana right now. In and out of Ghana. Like there's real estate to buy, you know. If you want to invest money, you just got to be careful because there's a lot of shady businessmen everywhere you go, but Ghana was a place that pops up a lot. You'll be all right in Ghana. In Ghana, I'd never seen any Ghanans that were light like me. I always thought they were down south, but what do I know? Yeah, South Africa for sure, because that's where all the Europeans like to travel to. No, I haven't traveled. You know what? And I apologize because you're right. I'm sitting up here sitting safe in America and I ain't been nowhere but a few places in America. And I ain't never even been all around America, man. Yeah, exactly. South Africa has the lightest skin ever. They look like me out there. No doubt about it. But once again, like I said, I apologize. I didn't mean to insult you in any way. I just was, it's just me talking, the way that I speak. It wasn't about any disrespect whatsoever. I respect everybody, man, especially my African people. And honestly, I lived in Las Vegas where there is a huge Ethiopian and uh Kenyan community out there, or Nigerian too. There's a lot of Africans in Vegas, but there's a lot of, matter of fact, I just oh well, excuse me. Not much educated. No, I got the knowledge without the college. We'll just say that. I got the knowledge without the college. But I'll tell you this though, here in Michigan, it's a lot of guys from Senegal here. Text say he been to Norway and he saw one black girl there. Yeah, there's a lot of Africans in Europe, man. You know, here in Michigan, there's a lot of guys from Senegal, West Africa. As a matter of fact, the company I just worked at, my boy Musa was just he went on vacation and he went back out to Senegal for 2 months. He was out there chilling with his people in Africa, man. And when he got back, I was like, man, I wish I could have went with you, bro. Sometimes when you were born and raised in America, you could use a vacation, man. You really could. But I'm doing my best, Etai. Like I want to improve my education, and I want to be able to become more intelligent about the world. So I'm not denying that I need more education, But you don't have to say I'm not much educated. I mean, there's many ways to be educated. You don't just educate yourself through school. There's a lot of ways to educate yourself. So, as educated as you are, I want you to remember that there's more than one way to be educated. Doesn't just have to come from school. I'm sure there's something that I know that you don't know, and I'm sure there's many things that you know that I don't know. I know my dog Michigan has many kind of people. Yeah, there's a lot of Africans out here. They live right up the street from me, man. There's a lot of them in Oak Park, in Southfield. They got a huge little community. No doubt about it. But once again, I must stress the fact that education comes in many forms, not just through school. I have to stress that. Education comes in many forms, not just through school. People tend to think that just because they went to school, they're the smartest people. And in fact, that is not the case. You know, it's just, you know, you don't have to go to school to be the most intelligent person in the room. It will be a great help, and you will definitely have an edge up on many unformally educated people. Yeah, exactly. I feel you. I understand. Um, Education also comes from simply mingling and learning the world. I'm gonna tell you one thing about life that a lot of people probably ain't gonna agree with. So education comes from the struggle as well. Just a person that's struggled their whole life to maintain is a person that will always be able to survive anywhere they go. And that takes intelligence, that takes conditioning, that takes the knowledge of knowing how to work with a little bit. But see, that is something that I know a lot of people would want to argue with me about, right? But this is why I say that education comes in many forms. It ain't just simply you go to school and then you know everything. Because, in my opinion, school does teach you stuff depending on what you're trying to master or what you're trying to, you know. Yeah, I never went to college neither, man. And I'm a well rounded individual, right? I have a $1 million business hiding inside of me, and I never went to college, right? But I'm more than just a bean counter, right? You know, I deserve so much more out of life that I wasn't able to achieve because I had no access to, right? And that's why I say I got the knowledge without the college, because there was a lot of things that I didn't have access to, right? Through family curses, through bad decisions from my mother and father, and just through my own ignorance and misinformation, and a lot of different reasons. But you know um I'm 44 years old, and you know I'm a very intelligent guy. I probably couldn't stand up to you when it comes to book smarts. I wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah, we got family curses over here on my side of the tracks. My parents made a lot of bad decisions, to the point where I'm 44 years old and my mother and my father are both they're both they've been dead for my mother's been dead for 20 years, my father's been dead for 30 years. So they both passed away when I was young. So, but believe it or not, my father was very successful. So, you know, he didn't suffer through the generational curses as much as his children, you know. But I know there's a lot for me out there to learn still. I fully acknowledge that, but just don't write me off so fast, cuz I'm a very intelligent individual, and if I don't know nothing else, I know how to survive, and I know how to function in just about any class group, you know. Hey, but listen, I'm going to have to go. My phone is literally about to die, and I'm going to have to put it on the charger. So, if you guys are interested, I'm going to be back on around 5 o'clock, maybe sooner, maybe a little bit later. But right now we're gonna end this, and I will be back on in a couple hours.